Salve, salve YouTube, estamos de volta com mais um vídeo. Vamos continuar a série de Banishers Ghost of New Eden. E quem puder deixar um like, um comentário, se inscrever no canal, ajuda bastante o canal a crescer. Vamos lá.
Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy.
Registro de Ferdinando.
He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Testamento de Rebecca Hardgrave. Sou Rebecca Hardgrave. A cidade de New Eden com mente, sangue, filme de firme intenção. Leigo Ferdinando Miller na eventualidade de minha morte, toda a minha propriedade, incluindo, entre outros, os seguintes itens: uma caixa de joias, pintura de espelho, uma coleção de livros, toda a bagagem, seu conteúdo, um conjunto de caligrafia, móveis diversos, todos, qualquer dinheiro em espécie sobre minha posse ou em meus negócios com qualquer banco, etc.
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
Aye. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you. What are you doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A banisher. Thieves lie. How do you know my name?
'Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a banisher of ghosts, I have business for you. I'll pay.
Rebecca me enviou, Rebecca tá assombrando você.
Aye. I know about Rebecca. It was she who sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
If not for love, why did she bequeath you her fortune?
Whichever. It matters not. You're a banisher. It is your job to get rid of her. Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it, if you wish.
2 recent sales to the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say-so.
I know my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it works. Not the wreath, not the amulet. None of it works. Pretty though.
His brooch is working.
It works. She hasn't come back. I can sleep now. I hear her calling, whispering my name. I wait to find her at my bedside. Our eyes meet. She stares. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon. Banish her. I'll pay you.
I need a job. I accept. A storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man. If you've a question to ask, then ask it.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He has no problem with me. I have no problem with him. He respected Rebecca's wishes. He gave me what was mine. My freedom. Her estate. He saw me as a man and signed the papers to say so. And when them who saw different complained, he laid down the law.
What think you of Helen Priest?
I don't think of Ellen Priest. I stay out of her way. I hope she'll stay out of mine.
How are things in the fort, by your estimation?
Look around you. Things are desperate. Have you heard the sound of their bodies crashing against the wood? I am a man of courage. I have endured much. But this, it undoes me. I don't know what you people have done to this country, but there's little hope and no way out.
Stuff looks good. Let's trade.
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
Não preciso de nada, não.
Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
Was he wiping the slate clean and moving on?
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us. Spectral traces around his bed. Rebecca, I presume.
This may explain the wreath.
Uma entrada aqui.
A note?
Let's see.
Bilhete de Teodoro. Joseph, recebi as coisas que você me devia. Elas são boas. Pensei que era um mentiroso, parece que não é. O escravo da Rebecca Ferdinando não estava satisfeito com a fortuna de sua amante morta. Por ordem de Pennington, ele é um homem livre agora. É um comerciante a ser eliminado. Essa bosta pode ser o nosso fim. Escute. De qualquer forma, estamos quites. Você e eu. É o próximo embaralhamento de cartas no quartel com os homens. Vou esfolar você mais uma vez, Theodore S.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
She kept that quiet, as if it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Pretty. The work, I mean.
We know where to go. The barrack room.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel. But before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else?
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger?
What do you wish to know?
Pro Capitão Pennington.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her, though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader when she should know her place, and that place is below the captain. Thinking about it, no, I don't think I do like her.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
I must take my leave.
And may God go with you.
Vídeo. Eu já li isso aqui no vídeo passado.
A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
Pensa de um soldado, página esquerda. Sombras começam a cantar, o céu está caindo. Os dias viram noites, os espectros estão na minha porta. Eu os ouço arranhando os portões, posso correr, mas sei que nunca escaparei. As sombras são minhas, amiga, e ouço chamado meu nome, piscado. Com a casca viva sem alma. Apenas um fantasma assombrando só pra casa. Página direita, andando a direção à morte, dando-lhe um último suspiro. Mamãe costumava dizer, a morte é apenas um horizonte. Eu costumava ter medo, mas agora estou pronto para meu sol se pôr.
That quill. Bet that's what we're looking for.
A morte do soldado Forraburi, segundo a vontade dele, ele para premiar suas façanhas militares durante a batalha de Bloodbrook, pede o Sombra, era indicado como o dono da posse do falecido Forraburi, incluindo seu rifle. E o Sombra carregue a bela arma com honra. Mas tinha lido isso aqui no vídeo passado, né? Mas não é esse aqui, é uma coisa do lado.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
Ainda pena.
Not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he did once, and now he doesn't.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Em sequência aos termos do seu testamento, um homem de sua propriedade chamado Ferdinando Miller é daqui em diante, aos olhos de Deus, o rei da colônia de Nenhum era um homem livre. Sendo ele agora um homem livre, é uma pessoa que nos termos da lei, Miller receberá uma senhora Hardgrave desejou expressamente sua propriedade inteiramente, com todos os direitos e títulos incontestáveis. Se qualquer homem ou mulher tiver problema com isso, poderão me ver por sua conta em risco.
Banisher?
Folk talk about you. About your past.
I know what they say. They say I am a murderer. They are wrong. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different, and I'd do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job, then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch, and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave! What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and... a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
How very human of you, Mistress Hargrave, but hardly an excuse to own a man.
Time to give this love story an ending.
Esse banimento aqui vai ser difícil, hein? Essa decisão, você se sacrifica o colono com um ritual de culpa.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fardy Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend your life with him. Now your life is over.
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
You don't own him. You can't own him.
Let go. Find peace.
Peace? She gets peace? After all she did?
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fardy. For everything.
There is nothing left for you here.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world. What do you want?
You'll forgive me for this, but being a merchant here in New Eden seems a difficult calling.
I can't decide if you keep asking me that because you're judging me, or because you're judging New Eden. I suggest you judge New Eden. I have goods. I have money. Land too, though it's worthless now. I work hard. Why wouldn't I trade? The captain has no problem with it, and neither should you.
Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
Don't hurry back.
Eu vou encerrar o vídeo por aqui. Voltamos no próximo episódio. Até mais, valeu e falou.